Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Insightful Friends Podcast. I'm Mr. GB, your main host, and with us we have our two co-hosts, CoCo and Verby. Reintroduce yourselves, guys. For those who don't know.
Go ahead, Verby.
I was gonna wait. Okay. Hi, I'm Verby. Um, let's see. 40-year-old Mima. Uh, uh, oh my goodness. Streamer, reader, monster aficionado, um, romance reader, all those. I'm blanking today. This is a horrible
It's it's it's,
intro.
it's, it's okay.
It
It's
is a horrible intro today. But yeah, I am your lovely Southern hospitality who hates the South.
goddamn.
I hate it. I hate it here.
I hate it
Oh,
here. But yeah, I am my son. My son is joining us today, so he's here to put his 2 cents in. This is Puck, and I felt it very very fitting for April Fools to have a Fae in the room. So
Gotta have the Fae.
gotta have
yeah.
the Fae.
You done?
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Milk Cocoa Puffs, Coco or Milky, whichever part of the name that you want to call me. I am also a streamer and photographer, cosplayer, multitude of things, and I'm excited to be here.
Welcome, guys. Welcome for y'all's second episode. We're filming today on April Fool's Day. Uh, so today's topic is basically going to be nothing but pranks. So it's probably going to come from assholes or just people just asking for advice. But I hope y'all enjoy and be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe button, whichever platform you're watching this on. Just hit that like and give us a chance. So let's get to it. First up, we got this one's coming from Relationship Advice. It's posted like 330 days ago. It's I, 20 male, got pranked by my girlfriend, 20 female, and it went too far. Recently, while I was at work, I got a call from a no call ID. Usually I leave it, but I picked up and it happened to be a girl trying to flirt with me, so I hung up. Then I called my girlfriend and asked if it's her, and she swears on everything and her mother it's not her. Later, she calls me saying she's getting the calls and being threatened by this girl. At this point, I'm worried. How'd they get my girlfriend's number and mine? They even found her Instagram, so I was even more scared. They then called again, and it was a guy saying it's gonna come find me at work. I do security for a store, and fight me because I called his sister something. Nothing happens, but they keep saying they're waiting and constantly calling me, and even named where I work. My coworker then walked with me home because we were waiting to see something happen. My girlfriend calls me and keeps asking if I'm alright, and she's worried. I tell her it's fine and went home unscathed. I told my mother, and she was worried that they'd find her info since they found my girlfriend so easy. I then spent 2 days with my girlfriend during my time off work and kept replaying a video I recorded of the call and didn't recognize the voice, nor did my friends, and my girlfriend was worried. I later called the non emergency police just to have it followed up and tell my girlfriend. She then sent me a massive paragraph blaming alcohol and her being with her friend. She used AI voices to mask everything and said she's sorry and thought I'd forget it, so she kept quiet. She said she knows she took it too far and it'll affect my trust, but she's sorry. I truly have never been so disrespected and played with in my life. She has many opportunities to say it's her and even sworn on many things she cares about to say it's not her. My trust for her is completely shattered, and the way she convincingly lied so much, and just let me be worried for days is truly disgusting. My question from here is, would I be taking it too far to leave her, or is this something that is a one off? She's never done this before, but does play stupid little jokes with me sometimes. Edit, she doesn't have a drinking problem. She just was drinking at the time with a friend.
Go ahead, Coco. You know I got shit to say.
I'm still collecting my thoughts because I'm like, it for the severity of what it is. I personally don't think this person would be an asshole if they left because people handle things differently. People handle certain because this to me would be considered a mild like trauma, because
Yeah.
it's borderline, not necessarily stalking, but it kind of feels that way. Like it's like you're contacting my girlfriend, you're contacting me, you're contacting, even though we know it's her, but
Yeah.
like
Right.
but in the time that it's happening, like it kind of puts in place like a trauma. And sometimes people don't get over those things lightly, and I wouldn't think you would be the asshole
Yeah. It's
to
it's
leave her for that.
yeah. It's not an asshole one. It's just he's asking for advice. He's just basically saying that is it would he be taking it too far if he left her, or do you think it's just a one time thing and it'll be that's it?
Yeah, I don't think you would be taking it too far because I mean, bad enough this prank then already went far enough.
Yeah.
No, like,
It really did. Like it's the fact that from a guy's point of view, it's like you swore on everything, and like for guys, we're like I said before, we're simple minded creatures, and the things that the moment we fixate on certain things. So from a guy is like if you say that you swear on your mother, like we take that shit serious. Like it's you put it to that far an extent that you go to say that you swear on your mother and you end up lying, like that trust breaks
yeah,
everything. Like how am I supposed to trust you in the future?
because it's with
Because
lying too. Like, if you're
She
yeah,
easily
had
gonna lie on somebody's life,
she had
multiple,
multiple
yeah.
multiple chances to come clean. And like first off, I'm as I kind of said before we started filming and everything, I'm going to come up on two sides here because I'm a big jokester. I'm a big prankster.
Hmm.
I'm the coworker and the friend and everything that will put like Kool-Aid in your shower head, shit like that. Um, but I also very, very much there are limits, and you kind of have to. And I know this wasn't an April Fool's joke, and I know it was a prank, and yes, obviously there was alcohol involved. But again, he said that she had multiple chances. Should have come clean the second she noticed that, hey, this is actually bothering him.
Hmm.
Secondly, like I've had a I've had a stalker before. I've had a stalker that literally went to jail for kidnapping somebody and holding them hostage in their
Jesus.
house. Yeah. Um it doesn't matter if you're male or female. That shit is terrifying. And if he is even a halfway decent boyfriend, knowing that this person has his girlfriend's information, now he's scared for her
Yep.
that
and
part,
everything.
yeah.
And like just like you said, like it's a trauma. It's not like you can come back and go tell your brain, "Oh, it was just a joke, so it wasn't serious." It doesn't matter. That
Hmm.
was a lived experience, and your brain's wiring is going to change because of
Right.
that. You now have this trauma
Yep.
and everything. And not only is it going to be hard to like trust somebody after that, but in I've got like three thoughts. Boom. But not only is it going to be hard to like trust somebody after that, but it is 100% a respect thing. Like that could have been slightly funny at the very, very beginning, but whenever it's like the boyfriend calling and saying like I'm going to come to your work and naming off your workplace and your girlfriend's information, everything, that's and as somebody who works in security, they're already security
Yeah.
minded. They're
Exactly.
already safety
Hmm.
and everything. So not only are you threatening me, you're threatening my girlfriend, you're now threatening my job
Hmm.
and everything. Like that's way too much. That is way past an acceptable joke.
Yep.
And again, you were drunk. Okay, fine. You were given the options. You were given multiple opportunities and everything. And when you get to the point where you are swearing up and down on people's lives and souls and everything else like that, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Like,
You
there's a point where you
100%.
need to end the joke.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like, she was probably at a certain point, she was, and this is kind of like where one of my thoughts was going on maturity level, is that he said he's like 30 and she's like 20. I don't mind age gaps. I don't.
No, he's
I've
20.
been.
I don't
Oh,
either.
I thought you said she was 20 and he was 30.
No, I might have. That might have been my mistake. But he's 20. They're the same age. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm about to say I was okay.
they're
But
still young though.
they are still young and everything.
Yeah, they're
20,
very young.
20 is young.
But he
20
sounds
is
a little bit more mature for 20. That's,
anybody who's in. I would say anybody who's in security needs to be.
yeah.
Sorry. And so that's kind of an expectation. But the problem in it is also you're seeing that he said that she's never done anything like this, but she does do pranks.
Yeah.
That can very, very much be, and he is within his rights and everything, and I don't think he's overreacting to be upset about this. Don't get me wrong. But that aside, I feel like if she has a habit and a personality that appreciates pranks, this is not included, this is separate. I think that you might have an issue of differing personalities in this.
Yeah.
This might not necessarily be what breaks the camel's back, but it is a big red flag.
Yep.
And therefore, I agree. I think he's well within his right
Yeah.
to kind of split, because I'm all for working at things out. I'm all for talking things out. But some certain red flags are big enough red flags that you can go, it can be a bit of an eye opener, a palate cleanser. Like, hey, we might not mesh too well. You don't have to stick out to see if the red flags build up.
Right.
If a red flag is big enough, you can go, no,
It's not
and
for
everything.
me.
And
Yeah.
honestly, this is as somebody who, say, I worked almost 10 years in corrections, and so I get the security, state of mind. Dad was a cop. I get the security state of mind, but I'm also a prankster. But there's boundaries. She went way past them to the point where it affected his safety and security for himself and for people he cared about and his job. None of that was okay.
Yeah.
And then she didn't come clean about it. So honestly, those are enough big red flags and everything. Like, you don't have to wait for that shit to build up. At that point, I think you're well within your right to just dip.
Yeah. It's to me, it's like it's up to him if he wants to stay, because he said that she jokes with him, like stupid little jokes or whatever. But this took it a little too far. Regardless of you drunk or not, let's play devil's advocate. If she was drunk, or if she did get drunk and she really didn't mean to do that, she should have came clean the next day and be like, hey, it was a joke. I was fucked up. I was drunk. I didn't mean to scare you like that. No, there was no accountability for it. She took it further. It got to the point where he had to call the police, the non-emergency line, to report this, because he was afraid. He was afraid for his life, his girlfriend's life, his mother's life. Like, because for them to find, if it was somebody for real, to find them that fast on Instagram and stuff, it's, it takes some digging to do if you really are stalking somebody. So he had every right to feel that way. And for her to just lie is like y'all said, it's fine if he breaks up with her, because it's deserving. It just depends if he wants to work on it with her or not.
If he wants to work it out and talk it out. Yeah.
But for him to go this far, I think he might have just got tired of all the jokes that she was doing, and this just pushed it over the edge, But
That's reasonable.
We do have an update.
My threat on your life, if you don't give me good stories with updates and you find good stories that don't have updates, is still in action. It's still active.
It's like it's still in place.
It's still in place. It is permanently in place. If you give me these juicy stories with no updates, I'll write it. I'll riot.
First comment, don't you mean ex-girlfriend? That was sick and twisted. OP responded, well, she is my ex now. Yeah.
Hey.
So I think he decided to break up with her. There's another comment. It's only a prank if both parties are laughing. Did you laugh? I don't
That.
think so. That was not a prank. She deliberately hurt you. I'm sorry. I couldn't trust anyone again after this shit, but it's your decision. Same thing with what I was saying. He responded, exactly. She lied too well. I had no idea. So imagine the shit that she could have lied to him about.
Yeah.
Like that
And
would
for
go
it to
through my
be
head.
and
Yep.
for it to be over, I gotta hear him. For it
Talk
to
it out.
be over like a span of like days,
Yeah.
not like one day or like, like you see that it's getting super serious, like to end it at this particular point. It was over a span of a few days, like just
But
dragging it
also
on.
something else that I tell, my roommate's kiddo and everything, because he's at that age where he likes to tell what he thinks are jokes, what he thinks are funny, or little kid prank stuff like that and everything. And it's kind of the same thing as I tell him jokes. Something has to be funny for it to be a joke. If you're doing something to make fun of somebody or to make somebody uncomfortable, it's not a joke, it's just bullying. So that's kind of like that same thing. A prank, both people are laughing, both people think it's funny.
Yeah,
It's not a joke if somebody's not happy at the end of it.
exactly.
Hmm.
Regardless
Same
if
thing
it's
with the
just
pranks.
two people or a group of people, if the group is laughing at somebody, you're laughing at their expense. You're hurting them, and if they're not laughing
Exactly.
back, Let me see. There's some more. Comment said, I am glad to hear this, but I'm curious. So, how she took you breaking up with her? I can't imagine her saying, okay, I understand and hope you have a nice life. But if that is the case, be glad. But if not, I would be very careful and try to record any interaction you have with her in the future. She seems to be the type
Oh
to
yeah.
lie about something serious that could get you hurt or jailed. He replied back, we had an incident where she wasn't listening to me and being rude. So I just grabbed her hand and then she started saying I hurt her and worried I'm an abuser. And he also said, so I'm worried she would use that to paint me as an abuser.
Yeah, no, you dodged a bullet with that one because I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, if to be in the wrong in that situation, which I mean, I get you, she doesn't see that she's in the wrong, but to be in the wrong in that situation, and then when shit hits the fan, your first thing to do is to play the victim card.
Mm-hmm.
Also, but again, I see where you're coming from, but that whole statement he just did is she wasn't listening to me, so I put hands on her. I have an issue with that. I we would need more context with that one, but
Yeah, I was
literally
gonna
Yeah.
say
he
because I
said
didn't really.
she wasn't listening to me, so I grabbed her hand.
I
She
wonder how.
wasn't
Yeah.
listening, so you put hands on her.
Yeah.
That is an intimidation tactic. If
Yeah,
somebody's not listening to you, you separate yourself from the situation
Yeah.
I was
and you can
thinking
come
of
back to it later.
I'm thinking of
like
like
I'm
a
gonna
light
hold your
grab.
hand,
I didn't see it
like a
from that
light.
point.
I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking of it like a, oh my god, you're not
More
listening.
like
I was
you're
thinking of
looking
like
in front
a
of
like,
her.
hey,
You're like looking
like
in front of her and you're like, hey, like but
So,
I
yeah,
don't
my brain didn't
do you think
automatically
that's
go to like,
yeah,
oh my
do
god,
you
not
like
a
he's grabbing her,
yeah.
like
do you think that's something he would do if he was upset at her? If they were upset, if they were fighting, if they were arguing? I don't. Again, there's not a lot of context.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they're the ones that fucked up, won't put a lot of context. Reddit is very
Yep.
notorious for that. If they know they messed up,
So
they
yeah,
won't put
yeah.
context in there.
Yeah. Which
So that immediately, I don't care at what angle you have, if you are arguing or fighting with somebody or you're in a disagreement about something, you don't put your hands on them.
yeah.
I don't care what energy you're doing it with.
Mm-hmm.
That immediately, because the way he said that, she wasn't listening to me, so I grabbed her hand.
Yeah. See.
That is 100%. Like, I'm sorry, I don't feel like I need a lot of context there. That is what he said in an aggressive way. that was she's not listening to me. I need her to listen to me. So I grabbed her.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that, throwing that out there.
Yeah.
So they may have both dodged bullets on that one.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
the things that I got a feeling that she was like doing shit. Like we said, we don't know the context, so I'm just trying to see like from
Exactly.
We
all
need more
points.
context.
So it's
She
like
may have been a dick in it. 100%. She could have been.
Because he said that we had an incident where she wasn't listening to me and being rude. So, but it's still like you said, like it's
yes.
It's like what was the context before that? Like,
Right.
why did you have to grab her hand? Did you do it gently and be like, grab her hand and like, hey, like, talking to her like this, or like, hey, motherfucker, like, stop this fucking bullshit. Like, which version is it?
Which when you say a sentence, but the way he said that sentence is, she was disrespecting me and she wasn't listening.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he would have put calm, soft energy out there. That is why. Okay, this is a girl's perspective that I'm throwing out there, Jeebs.
Mm-hmm.
When we are arguing with men, when we dare to argue with men, when a man says you're not listening to me, 9 times out of 10, that is, you're not agreeing with me. Mm-hmm. You're not capitulating to me. You are not backing down and agreeing to what I say. Yeah. And you're disrespecting me in the process. That is what I hear. And again, he is young. Yep. He's 20. That's in the grand scheme of things, that is pretty damn young. But when historically with us women, when a man says, you're not listening, you're disrespecting me, that makes little scared tingles in our brain. Mm-hmm. Because that is him saying, hey, I'm about to escalate this because I'm going to intimidate you into agreeing with me. I'm going to intimidate you into backing down because you need to agree with me. Yeah. Again, we don't know the context, but as a woman, I hear that, and that is immediately what I hear and think. So,
I'm a fighter. I'm like, I hear that. I'm like, okay, so explain to me, because then I'm gonna debate with you, because that's how I am. I'm like, okay, what am I not getting? Yeah. Explain to me. Lay it out what I'm not getting, and then I will rebuttal back, and I'd be like, oh no, I hear this, and this. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you this, and this. Mm-hmm. Like, my first thought isn't, because I see your, I'm not saying that I don't see your view of it at all. I'm not saying that. Don't think I don't. But like, for me, I'm like, okay, well, lay it out for me. My first thing is not to get afraid. My first thing is to be like, hear this out for a second and then assess.
Then react, yeah.
Am I back in? Yeah, then act. Like, but it depends on how heated I am too, though.
Yeah. Because you see, like how I said, like from my point of view, like, because I'm different, like from most guys, I'm really different to where that, like, whenever I see assholes like that, I call them out on it. Like I can see it. But like if it was me in that situation, it'd be like, hey, like I would hold her hand and be like, hey, I need to calm down. Like, listen to what I'm saying, because you're doing this shit and you fucking, like, you're stepping out, like you're, I set a boundary and you're not respecting it, That's how I would say it. But if the way how he wrote it, like you said, Verby, like the way how he wrote it, it sounded like she was acting an ass, and he's like, he's frustrated, and
she's probably throwing hands, and he probably
yes. So again, when there is little context, it is typically because people
they're trying to make themselves
look like the bad guy.
Yeah, they're making themselves look better. But from his story and from what he was asking about the advice, he was within his rights to leave her.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah,
it could be bad on both sides.
It could be bad on both sides.
They're allowed to both be assholes.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean that he never did anything to her too. It didn't say I was pranking her as well. Because the things that sometimes whenever people are in a relationship and they play jokes with each other, it's two people that's really doing it. Unless he's one that he doesn't like to be joked. Like he doesn't like to joke around, so he just deals with her doing it. and then I think like he reached his limit is what I see. And if that's the case, like if you don't like to joke around like that, then leave her. Like you don't need to stay. Like find somebody that you're comfortable with. Without having to
Right.
worry about oh, am I going to get pranked today, or oh, is she joking, or she's being for real. Shit like that. So
Right.
yeah, that was a good one.
I was gonna say we got some good debates on that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
We
always
like a
good.
good debate.
It's always good to see it from two separate sides because me and Coco saw it one way and you saw it the opposite way.
Right.
So
Trauma.
yeah, I don't know. That was good. To okay. On to the next one. It is coming from Am I the Asshole? This was posted 7 years ago, so we got a vintage story.
Good God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does that mean we got updates too?
I'm about to say it better have an update, James.
Yeah, they should have updates. We'll see. We'll see.
Should.
I honestly, I really don't know until I start looking through these.
So take your like shitty vision and scan for the word update.
No. We're going through this together, so if there's no update, there's no update. So we're gonna be upset about it. So this,
we are.
This comes from Am I the Asshole?
Somebody get a snippet. She sharpened her little shaft right.
Right.
we are. I'm gonna be real upset about it.
Wow. All right. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for being upset about a prank my girlfriend pulled on me? This past Friday, my girlfriend and I had a small get together at our apartment where I proceeded to get very drunk. I'm not a very experienced drinker. My girlfriend put me to bed early in the night. The next morning, I wake up very hungover and thirsty. I see that there is a water bottle on my nightstand with a sticky note that says water on it. I thought this was weird at the time because what else would it be? Very thankfully that I didn't have to get up. I'm sorry. Very thankful that I didn't have to get up to get water. I proceeded to chug the water only to quickly realize that it was actually vodka and then vomit all over our bed.
Damn.
At that point, my girlfriend woke up and was very angry at me. I felt very bad. I didn't realize at the time that my girlfriend had left the bottle there, so I got up and cleaned everything up even though I felt like dog shit. She denied putting the water there, so I just thought one of our friends did it. It was a shitty thing to do, but I got over it until later that day. One of the people there that night tagged me in an Instagram video of my girlfriend basically setting up the prank. It shows her pouring vodka into a water bottle and saying how funny it's going to be while her friend filming it is telling her she's being a dick, and she just laughs and says, hair of the dog, and then howls. I confronted my girlfriend about this and she thinks the video is hilarious and sees no problem with it. I told her if she really didn't remember doing this, then she has a drinking problem. It was a very cruel thing to do. She said I was overreacting and being sensitive. Edit, I really don't think she lied. I think she probably did it in a blackout.
That's actually what I was getting ready to be like. Maybe she forgot that she did it.
And this is where we're going to come right back around to when you realize that you fucked up, you apologize. So even if she was blackout, he asked, she denied it, video pops up, and she still thinks it's fucking hilarious. So the chances, honestly, of her being blackout probably slim to none.
Yeah.
Just because it just seems like she just doesn't have a concern about it. Was that the end of the
Yeah, that was
article?
it. That. Mm-hmm.
Okay. My immediate issue is I don't care who you are. I don't care what your relationship is. I don't care how close you are. Giving people alcohol without their full consent and knowledge is absolutely no.
Right.
Like, I don't care how funny you think it is. That is almost the equivalent of like spiking somebody's drink. They did not consent to drinking that alcohol. And you, first off, when you're in a relationship and everything, like I've had friends, like I've dated people and everything where like, yeah, we were in our 20s and we used to drink a lot and everything. And you know what? One of the nicest things you could possibly do is to have water and some aspirin sitting there waiting for them the next day. Because obviously she partook. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a problem with it. So you help each other out and everything. Start off your day. Wake up. Hey, then do you want to grab a drink? Hair of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you don't for I would like to know how the hell he chugged anything and didn't realize it was vodka the second it touched his lips. But I digress.
My aunt's
Like,
done that before,
Yeah,
though. I
if
was
you
gonna say
really,
she
okay, fair
if you
had.
enough.
really
Fair
fucked
enough.
up, you grab it and you're like,
She
oh
wasn't.
fuck.
She thought it was a glass of water. Like she was at a friend's house, and
Oh
he
no.
offered her like something to drink, which he was much younger than her at the time, but she looks younger than what she is because genetics do what genetics do.
Mm-hmm.
So he hands her a glass, and she's, "Ooh, water!" Like
Right.
But
one
yeah,
of those numbers.
that is my big thing. Like that is probably one of my biggest issues with this story is that like filled up a water bottle, specifically put water on there and everything, fully intending for him to drink alcohol. Like that I have a problem with.
Mm-hmm.
But secondly, just like the last story and everything, she had a chance to come clean and she didn't. That is lying.
Right.
Like that's straight lying. Like at a certain point and everything, you're like, hey, this wasn't funny. And especially with like the aftermath, like that's bad and everything. So no, the fact that and whenever you realize you can play a prank and it go maybe a little further than you had kind of hoped it would, but the second you realize that somebody you're supposed to care and love about,
Mm-hmm.
like love, says, "Hey, this I really did not enjoy this. This was really upsetting to me," and you still laugh about it,
Mm-hmm.
you're an asshole.
Right.
You're an asshole, and that is probably going to be very indicative of shit that's going to happen in your relationship further down the line. That's an immediate problem. That is them not considering your feelings, not considering your emotions and how things affect you and how their actions affect you. And that will happen in multiple things in life, not just with pranks.
Right.
So,
So he was asking if he was the asshole for what though? If
Uh,
he was the
or
asshole.
being upset or
for
for
being
breaking up
upset,
with her.
about
No,
a prank.
No.
No,
Yeah,
he's
no.
not the
definitely not.
asshole. No.
Yeah, I had to clarify that before I went into like I really don't have much on this one other than she's a complete bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
How
gonna
old were
straight up
they?
say it because who does that?
I'm going to their profile and it does show that this person is actually a female. I thought it was a dude. They didn't say at the beginning.
Oh,
She's
Sorry, OP.
21. Well, OP is 21 and the girlfriend is 23. She also said that she keeps saying that she really don't think that she lied. She just thinks that uh, her girlfriend is an alcoholic because she says, I really don't think she lied though. I think she did it in a blackout, which is why I called her an alcoholic. In hindsight, that probably wasn't the thing to do because it made her defensive. And then they go to say, I just had it. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Let me see. It's crazy because I just seen it. I believe she really doesn't remember doing it. She drinks to the point of blacking out. Another one is actually I'm her girlfriend, and I really believe she was blacked out. It would not be the first time. And another one is I think she does have a drinking problem. Also, she takes Klonopin sometimes, so she may have taken some that night too.
Oh no. That is
oh
one thing
no,
you
not
do
with
not do is
alcohol.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's one thing you do not do is mix meds and alcohol together. Like,
yeah,
But even if we're gonna go to, and also redacted all the he's were she's, apologies.
yes,
But even if she was blackout drunk, did not remember it, when the video popped up and her friend posted on Instagram and showed it, even her friend was saying, "Hey, maybe don't do this. Maybe this is kind of shitty." After the girlfriend was sober and after the girlfriend had seen the video and was no longer blackout and is aware of her actions, she still thought it was funny.
yeah.
She still didn't apologize. She didn't go, "Oh my God, maybe I have a problem. My bad." There was no apologies. It was just, it was funny. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, my nephew,
it's the girl. They should kick it.
We have
my
a
niece.
guest. We have a guest.
Oh, you're right. Not
We do
as
have a
fluffy as
guest.
Grady.
We have Kit Kit.
No.
So I don't think you're the asshole. One, you were nice enough to clean up your mess right after, especially being hungover.
Props.
I would leave that shit
I think you're making excuses for her though,
Yeah.
too. Like, I really do think that you're making excuses. But then again, I mean, you're more than you're able to feel the way that you feel. You could be right. Alcohol and drugs do not mix. I've learned that lesson. I have learned that lesson the hard way. It do not mix. Took the best nap I ever taken in my life.
Yeah.
I don't recommend.
Klonopin's
So
a strong one too.
Yeah.
I had a friend that was on it for many years. Klonopin's, I would never mix that with alcohol. Holy shit.
Yeah. Coming from the point of view of former addict, because I used to drink heavy when I was younger, like to the point of like this. Like I would try to out drink everybody, just then like blacked out. Like next day, don't remember shit. I would take Xanabars with fucking alcohol and shit. Like just, I don't know if they still. What's the Xanabars? I think they're like,
Xanax bars.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Like I took like a handful of that, and somehow we ended up in the outskirts of New Orleans, and then at one of my cousin's house, like one of my cousin's friend's house, there was this is the only part I remembered. Parking on the side of the road, going into this small tiny house where him and his girlfriend are smoking weed and they're playing a drifting game on the PlayStation. I think 1 or 2, and me waking up in my room the next day. That's how crazy.
That's exactly what happened to me, GB. Like literally exactly what happened to me. Like I remember we were at a friend's house, and I can't tell you how many I've taken. I wouldn't tell you even if I do remember, because I don't want to tell people how to do that. And we had vodka and we had Xanax, and I just remember we were watching Netflix. Like I sat down on one couch and I was like, "Oh my God, dinosaurs!" Because dinosaurs is on Netflix. It's like dinosaurs. Haven't seen this in forever. I woke up face down on a totally different couch, and I don't remember anything in between that whole period at all. All I know is my friend. We have a nickname for my friend, and I've used this nickname when I've talked to y'all about her before. Had a great night too. Wow. Is all I can say. It was an experience that I will not experience ever again. I would never do it.
So I wouldn't recommend doing any of this shit that I said. But looking back at it, I was young. She's 20, and the girlfriend's 20.
They're still babies too.
So they're still young. So the girlfriend could still be in that phase of like just drinking because they were probably sheltered or got away with shit or whatever. But it just still sounds like college age where you're still going to be drinking. Who's to say that she does become an alcoholic? It's hard to say because it's still young. But I mean, it's, to me, is that like the whole point is that she saw the video, thought it was funny, didn't give 2 fucks about it.
Yeah,
and there was
that's my problem.
There was no apology, no nothing. And the things that she said that it's happened before. This wasn't the first time this happened before, and she's questioned that if she took Klonopin with it that night. So it's like you, as the partner, you're seeing her doing all this stuff or whatever. You know that she has an issue. So, and I feel that you want to help her, but the thing is that she ain't gonna help herself until she wants it, if she ever wants it.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is like when you're early 20s or whatever, that's kind of when everybody goes crazy. That's when everybody goes wild. Everybody's got their stories.
Yeah.
But it is when you sober up, that is that is the crux of the issue. Is when you sober up, is that guilt there? Do you feel bad? Like I've had to make apologies of the way I've had to apologize to the gay bar owner when I ended up topless on top of the bar and the cops were trying to get me down. We all have to apologize for things we've done. That's a fun story. I'll have to tell y'all one day.
Wow.
It was a lesbian country club. Yeah, it was great. And the bar owner had a crush on me, and
wow.
I ended up topless on top of the roof. And that was like 3 months after I'd quit working at the jail, and they had security at the bar across the parking lot. And when security heard the commotion, they came over to like get me off the roof, but they were going to arrest me. And again, I was 3 months out of leaving the jail they were going to take me to. So I'm like, I'm not getting down. You're going to have to come up and get me. And I absolutely would push their ass off the fucking roof. So there was a bit of a some back and forth and everything. I came down to put my shirt on. Nobody got arrested. It was great. We've all had things that we've done that we need to apologize for. That's fine. It's fine. You're gonna have to apologize for things. But if you wake up the next day, the day after, and you're just like, no, it was funny, I have nothing to apologize for, you're just a shitty person.
Yep. So
you can have regretsy etsies, but if you don't apologize, you're a shitty person. So.
Yeah. So we all in agreement, not the asshole, and they did find her not the asshole. So there's no other updates. That was 7 years ago, so they probably not together. I gave you as much update as I could. Don't point that thing at me. All right, on to the next story. This has come from I Am the Asshole again. 5 years ago. Am I the asshole for playing a prank that upset my sister?
Meow.
Yeah, already.
I got sister issues now.
Yep. I, 23 male, love jokes and pranks, and I do them a lot. Well, that tells you right out the fucking bat. My sister, 21 female, is mostly tolerant of them, but does not share my joy. She works out a lot and tries to maintain her goal weight, as she was overweight in high school and went through a hell for it. She has let me crash at her appointment for a few weeks because mine is being repaired. I had a friend over and he commented on how good she was looking, and I said, yeah, she works out a lot and has gone vegetarian, so good for you, rabbit food. He asked how much weight she lost, and I told him I wasn't completely sure, but it was around 60 pounds over the course of 2 or 3 years, which is fucking awesome. He said it would be funny to prank her by hacking the scale and making her think she gained weight. I laughed because that did sound funny, as I thought she'd have a little hissy fit over it, then roll her eyes like she always does when I prank her. He modded it so it would read heavier, and then we just had to wait. The day finally came and she went to weigh herself. When she came out, she said she was up 10 pounds and thought that maybe she was finally getting some muscle definition. I said, I don't know. It doesn't look like muscle. She got really quiet and I realized I wasn't going to get the reaction I was hoping for and rolled my eyes and told her to relax. I was just kidding. My friend modded her scale to read heavier to see what her reaction would be. Her voice was pretty cold when she asked what exactly I thought her reaction would be. I said I didn't know. Maybe have a hissy fit or something. She asked what exactly I found funny about making it seem like she had gained weight. Then tell her it doesn't look like muscle. I started to realize she was actually kind of pissed, so I tried to defend myself But she asked if I didn't, but if it didn't look like muscle, what did it look like? I realized she thought I had said it looked like fat. I immediately tried to tell her that it wasn't what I meant, but she's really angry at me. I called my dad for advice because he's a bit of a prankster himself, and I thought maybe he'd had some advice to help smooth things over. But he's actually really mad at me now, too. I feel bad, but also conflicted. On one hand, it was just a joke, and I think she's taking it too seriously, and my friend agrees with me. But on the other, my parents said I made my weight conscious sister even more weight conscious by trying to make her think she gained weight, and I do feel really bad about that. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are, motherfucker. Somebody take this before I lose my shit.
Okay. So absolutely the asshole. The only thing that he did well, was he came clean immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally the only boon that he has in his name right now, is that he did come clean
To an
immediately.
extent.
Like
To an
he,
extent, yeah.
yeah, he was like, yeah, we did that thing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But a big part of pulling pranks is to know your audience,
Yep.
who you're doing the pranks to. If you know that, first off, if they don't appreciate pranks, don't do them. Because at that point, it's bullying, and we've already discussed there's a difference. So, tolerating pranks is not the same as like enjoying them or kind of like getting in on them too.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately, also for him to be her to be doing a favor for him and letting him stay there and him to pull that shit and everything, not the best plan, bro. But weight, and especially like, first off, 60 pounds, like absolute queen, get it. Um, it's very obvious that this has been a an issue with her as far as emotionally and everything. Like, her weight is probably a very touchy subject. And so to do any pranks regarding that, to do any pranks on somebody regarding their biggest their thing that makes them most uncomfortable, or the thing that they have most issue about with themselves and everything, that is an immediate no. You don't, when you start attach, again, this is, it's the difference between bullying and pranking. When you are hyper focusing, yeah, on something that you know bothers somebody and it is a touchy subject with them, that's no, like, that's straight bullying. So he was absolutely wrong choosing A, to bully when she's doing a favor and letting him stay there, and B, on something that is such a big issue with her. So, like, good on the parents for telling him that he was being a dick.
Yep.
And props to her if she didn't kick him out, because I probably would have.
Yeah.
And then to like tell her, I was like, no, I don't think it's muscle. Like, that immediately, like, it's kind of like why you don't joke about food with people who have eating disorders.
Correct.
It's not funny. It's not a joke. It's not a joke if it's not funny. So,
So the weight thing for me is a big issue because yeah, I do think this person is an asshole. Um, I know some people don't realize like some of the things that they say or some of like the words that they say have real like meaning behind them or like big meanings behind them. But like for somebody who's, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, for somebody who has been big their whole life, which I have been, and I say my whole life, like most of my like from like 10 on up have been big, being called names like Big Belly and like um things along those lines. It do hit a lot, even if you do have like a significant weight loss. Like if you're working hard on something and you end up losing so much weight, you still don't. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I am sorry.
we're fine.
No, no, it's
Um yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to word it to where it don't sound like jumbled. But like it is a big deal. And the reason why I say it is a big deal is because like our minds still do, like when you have been big most of your life and you're going through a whole like weight loss journey, you still, even in that journey, don't see yourself where you want to be at. It's kind of like body dysmorphia and things like that. So when people start saying things like, oh my god, that don't look like muscle, that looks like, something else, your mind, you're still seeing yourself in that body that you've been in for like however long, and you're starting to see, like, pull apart at things, and you're like, oh no, like I'm gaining this weight back, or I feel like I'm gaining this weight back, or I didn't lose much weight at all, or I don't see a difference, or like your brain
Yep.
just, it is along the lines of like a disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like they're feeding into that disorder. Like they're feeding into it. Um he or OP should not have said anything in the first place, I think. Like, yeah, congratulate on the weight loss thing, but also for somebody that is letting you stay in their home and whatnot, and
Yeah.
you probably even seen some of the battle that this person has went through.
Yep.
Don't, yeah, no, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another level of a trauma,
Pretty much.
is
Yep.
all I can say. And you didn't help with it, you just added on to it. So
Yeah.
And to sit there and say like how good she looks,
Mhm.
and then only to have them do something to try to like knock her down a peg.
Yeah.
Like that may not have been their intention, but literally it would have cost them $0, zero energy to be like, hey, you look, by the way, just throwing this out there, you look really good right now.
Yeah.
You look really nice. I can tell you've been trying really hard. That would have cost $0. That would have taken less time than reprogramming a fucking scale, and would have done significantly more. But instead of going, hey, your sister's looking really good right now, it's like, hey, she's looking really good. Let's make her feel bad about it. Both shit men.
Yep.
Both of them are shit.
Yeah. Because, mind you, they're still young. Still no excuse. You still have some understanding of how people feel, because you saw how she felt whenever she started like freaking the fuck out, thinking that you think that she got fat and not muscle. Like her brain switched over to it. For me, I
like an immediate swap.
wouldn't say I was a big dude, but I was like, I used to lift a lot of weights and used to stay lifting weights and stuff like that. And it got to the point where that, even though it was crazy, it might just be because of trauma, hearing it when I was little, that I was fat. Looking back at my photos and shit, I was fucking small. But in the back of my head, I thought it was fucking big for my ages and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, as I got older, I kind of stopped working out. I started drinking a lot more, started doing drugs or whatever. My weight fluctuated up and down. Not till recently, the heaviest I've ever been is 355. And I lost 55 pounds. Actually, I lost 60 pounds, but I kind of gained back 5 pounds or whatever, because we haven't been to the gym and yada yada.
Queen.
Thank you.
Queen.
But the thing is that I still can see it, but like I didn't notice me losing the weight until I started putting on certain clothes. Like this shirt is loose. Like there's my wardrobe. Like I think half of my wardrobe kind of needs to be given to Goodwill or something. And
Like you don't see it because you see
it,
yourself
but
every day.
exactly.
Like you see yourself in the mirror every day and you don't notice it.
You don't notice it until somebody tells you, like, hey, it looks like you're losing weight, or hey, you're looking good.
Or hey, that doesn't look like muscle.
So, but getting back to it, is
either
like
way.
I can see, like, and the things that the father, the parents know that she dealt with this shit, and the things that he knew. He's the older brother. He knows that she dealt with that. He even said it in the post that she deals with that shit, and she put all that work. And you didn't have to joke with her about that. It said that she tolerates your joking, to an extent and all that stuff, which I guess I can see it, like older brother, little sister, like, sibling shit or whatever, which
Yeah.
is fine. But you took it too far. Even though it wasn't your idea, it was your friend's idea, which was sounds like a fucking pig, because he's like, "Oh, your sister looks good," like, and he's like, "Oh, she just lost weight and all that stuff." So instead of complimenting her more, let's fuck with her and make her feel like she didn't lose weight. Like, make her feel like she's a
Right.
piece of shit because you just or fucking, I don't know, you're just stupid. I'm trying to find the right words for it. But the thing is that you didn't have to go along with your friend's idea, because
Like, as a big brother, you're supposed to protect her.
you're supposed to protect her. So whenever your friend decided to make that, to have that idea to mod that weight scale, you could have said no, because you knew your sister went through all this shit, her trauma, like, and you are
And that
your
makes it
sister's
even
keeper.
worse.
Exactly. He made it worse, and of course, he runs to daddy and say, "Oh, because he must have got it from his dad." But the thing is that the dad knows the difference between doing a prank and not to do a prank. He knows the difference, and you was trying to get validation for doing what the fuck you did, but it backfired, because he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you did this to your own sister. Like, this isn't like a regular joke. This is like, she's working hard for it. You needed a place to stay. She gave you a place to stay, and by you repaying her with basically making her think that she fucking gained weight versus gaining muscle is fucking, you're a complete asshole. I don't give a damn if your friend came up with a thing. You decided to go along with it and let him do it. And then whenever you saw that that plan wasn't working, because you even said it yourself that like, oh, it backfired. Like, I thought she was going to be like huffy puffy and pissed off and move away. Motherfucker, you thought wrong, because what she went through and what you put her through just basically brought it all back up. So it's like
He got defensive because she was hurt.
right.
He wanted her to overreact. He wanted her to be
Exactly.
pissy about it and angry, which, again, it's not funny if it's not funny to both parties.
Yeah.
And so he never expected it to be funny to her. That's a bully. And I get, yeah, like you said, I get it's the brother-sister thing and everything, but at a certain point, like, he absolutely meant it as a bully situation, because he literally said he expected her reaction was to be throw a hissy fit, to throw a tantrum, to be bitchy about it and everything.
Yeah.
That's not somebody who thinks a prank is funny. So you never meant it to be a funny prank.
Nope.
And then when he realized that he hurt his sister, he got butthurt over it and wanted somebody to defend him and his actions. And then he's like, oh, shit. So is there an update of any kind?
There's just a bunch of comments. He's trying to defend it, but let's go by the comment. One comment says, "You're the asshole. You just don't fuck with that kind of stuff. It was mean spirited." OP responded, it wasn't meant to be mean spirited. It was just supposed to be a joke. I thought she was over it by now." No accountability on that, none whatsoever.
No.
And the thing is that I'm realizing I picked stories where that these stories are with younger people in their 20s, early 20s. So
I was about to say, what's up with all these people in their 20s?
So it's like, I don't fully blame him, because he still hasn't fucking fully matured to understand. But even at that age, you are still old enough to understand the difference between you are hurting her and causing her to feel all this emotions and pain that she suffered through growing up. And you saw that she was doing something positive and you fucked with it. And now she's hurting.
So here's the thing about accountability and emotional intelligence. I've got godchildren, right at about like that whole age 12 to like 11 bracket and everything. If I explain to them, hey, what you did hurt me, this wasn't okay, guess what they do? They apologize and they learn from it. If it is relatively okay, because again, life experiences, even if you're 20, even if you're 25, even if you're 35 or 40, there is always a high probability that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. That is every human interaction you have is a chance to hurt somebody's feelings. It happens because you don't know their past, you don't know their trauma, you don't know their life experiences. This is why his is worse. He does. But when somebody says, you've hurt me, this hurts, this wasn't okay, and you refuse to take accountability at that point and say, shit, my bad, I effed up, I screwed up, make it a learning experience. If a preteen can do it, there is no excuse why a 20-something-year-old grown-ass man can't do it.
Yeah.
Or a grown-ass female. Anything. Like, it's not okay to hurt people, but it is a understood risk when you interact with people that there's always a chance that somebody can hurt you.
Yeah.
It sucks. Hashtag bog witch life. Like, it's a goal for a reason. Like, but that's my big problem is even in the comments, he's going, I think it was funny. I don't think it was a big deal. It was just meant to be a joke. You are not taking the emotionally intelligent a chance to learn from this and go, I fucked up. This is my bad. Let me atone for this. Let me learn. Let me apologize. He's not I don't care how young you are. If a child can go, I'm sorry. Let me not do that again. On to the weight thing. I have, ever since I hurt my back years ago, I was a twig, like almost my whole life. Like growing up and everything, I was a Jar Jar Binks giraffe neck having ass brownie bitch. The last like few years, I have gained a lot of weight. My godchildren thought it was funny because this day and age, it's the words going around, started calling me big back.
Wow.
Hey, that hurt. Hey, that hurt. Now, to them, they thought it was funny, but I asked them, I was like, do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means when you call me that? Like, you're using it in the right context, kind of, but like, do you understand what that word means? Like what that name means and everything. And they didn't. And I told them that is a way of basically calling somebody fat.
Yep.
That they eat too much.
Yep.
I was like, would you ever look at me and call me fat to my face? And she went, no. And I'm like, that's what you're doing when you call me this. Yeah. Guess what she hasn't done? She apologized. She said she was sorry. She learned from it. She was 11. This is a grown-ass man. Yeah. He has no excuse. First off, he knows her trauma. He knows her life experiences. And even then did it. Okay, fine. You want to be blind to like the pain and everything that she's really gone through because she's probably hidden a lot of it from you because that's what we do. Yeah. She's telling you something hurt her and you're refusing to take accountability. I don't care how old you are. Yeah. You're shit.
I think
so.
Piggybacking off of what you're saying about that, like how you told the 11-year-old, like you explained, like, like, hey, this is wrong or whatever. You have to give some of that blame to the parent as well, because like he said, the dad was a prankster as well. So growing up, he sees that, like he sees his dad doing that. So he thinks in his mind, it's okay. And he doesn't understand why his dad was mad and all that shit for what he's doing. So the things that part of the blame has to be towards the parent as well for not teaching your kid, like saying, hey, this isn't cool. This isn't funny. Instead, the dad is doing all these jokes. So he thinks it's okay. So that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's 100% his fault. Some of that blame has to go towards the parent for not parenting. And the thing is that, so since he's not being parented, his like he doesn't understand, like he doesn't see it from that view just yet.
I get what you're saying on that and
Yeah.
everything. It's a nature versus nurture thing and all. And that could very, very much explain and excuse him doing the prank in the first place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's been kind of conditioned and everything to say that the pranks are okay
Yeah.
and all. But that again approaches into that emotional
Yeah.
maturity, emotional intelligence thing. When somebody, even if you've done something that you've known your whole life, when somebody tells you it hurts them, it is not your job to say, well, you shouldn't be hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. She shouldn't be upset. She should have taken it as a joke. You don't get to tell people how they're supposed to
feel.
take things. Yes, you don't tell people how they feel. He obviously knows how she feels, and he is still on the internet defending his actions and saying, well, she shouldn't have been upset about it.
Because reading the comments,
That's my problem.
like reading his comments, because I'm about to get to this last comment that he replied. It's not the last one, but like the last one we get to, it's more like you can. It looks like he had to go to Reddit for other people to explain to him why the fuck what he's doing is wrong. So that's why I was like going towards that whole point of like I hope he learns from this, because everybody in the comments are like dogging the shit out of him.
Oh, I bet.
But this comment right here points out to exactly what you've been saying, Verby. They said, "You're the asshole. Stop using the word pranks to hide the fact that you're a bully." They quoted, "My sister, 21 female, mostly tolerant of them, but does not share my joy. She works out a lot and tries to maintain her goal weight." They said, "This is where you should have stopped. Just because people have gotten used to you acting like TA doesn't mean you aren't TA." I don't know what the fuck TA is.
The asshole.
Okay, the asshole doesn't mean you aren't the asshole. It just means they've been generous enough to keep you in their lives despite your behavior. Quoting from him again, "Her voice was pretty cold when she asked what exactly I thought her reaction would be. I said I didn't know, maybe have a hissy fit or something." They replied back, "Why would you possibly want your sister to have a hissy fit? People who care about other people's feelings don't want this. On one hand, it was just a joke, and I think she's taking it seriously, and my friend agrees with me. Yeah, because he is also a bad person. It was his idea. What did you expect him to say?" OP responded, "I guess I can see your point here. The person who came up with the idea won't think it's bad." So it's like reading through like their reply, like even another one, he says, "I guess I'm just a dumbass. I didn't think she'd react the way she did." It's like he's starting to understand. So I'm trying to give him somewhat of a grace from a little bit, just a tiny little bit of grace, because he didn't know fucking better, but now you're learning, and now you should go and apologize to your fucking sister and say that, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean," like I didn't, and I didn't mean, I'm trying to use the right words, like apologize for what the fuck you did, be man up about it, and be there for your sister and protect your fucking sister, because she still allowed you in her life, where that she could have put a boundary and said, "Fuck you, I don't want to talk to you," because basically y'all are adults, y'all both over the age of 21, and she didn't have to take you in. She don't have to deal with the shit that you're putting her through. So be grateful that you have somebody like that, because what if your parents are gone and you still, stuff like that, and the only person that dealt with your shit decides to not deal with it anymore? Who do you have? You won't have anybody to be there for you and all this shit. So, but the thing is that regardless if they're there for you or not or whatever, it's more of like you should cool the fuck off on this, and you should not joke with her anymore. You should definitely apologize and be your sister's keeper and protect her at all costs, because what you've been doing probably damaged her her life, like growing up and
Yeah, I was gonna
stuff.
say,
So
like, especially for somebody who struggles with willpower, like, what if that was like her last straw? Be like, oh my god, like, that's what I was gonna bring up earlier. Was like, oh my god, like, it's not working. This isn't working because now that you put in her mind that she's not losing weight or that she's gaining, like, not gaining, but like that she has like fat, not muscle. And now she's like, well, what's the point of me doing my diet? I'm just gonna, revert back into like bad habits and like go down a bad path. Like you unraveled
her hard work, yeah,
a lot of like progress. Yeah, a lot of progress, but
yeah.
yeah.
It's
The shit thing about trauma is that it takes years and years and years and years to try to reprogram your brain. And a lot of times it's not as effective as you would hope it to be. It literally takes a split second, a sentence, a word for it to all go to shit.
Yep.
So you very well could have completely ruined, like you're saying, CoCo, years of her trying to make herself better by
Yeah.
one stupid. It's not. I don't even like calling it a prank.
And take
In
accountability for it. It's
yes,
definitely bullying. I agree. It's definitely bullying. So
Yeah.
update. She kicked him out.
I wish there was more. I couldn't even click on his profile. It's not deleted. It's just the profile was not found anymore. So, which is odd.
just don't have. Yeah.
I'm trying to open this fucking story. For some reason, it's not working. But yeah, he's the asshole. I think we agree. With
I'm gonna update the story. She kicked him out.
She kicked him out.
She lost another 20 pounds. Looks like
They need to be
fatty
kicked
right
out.
now.
Yep. Okay. I think we have time for one more, and that will be it. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all two choices. It's gonna be between. It's both from Am I the Assholes? So the first one is, am I the asshole for punishing my son for a harmless prank he's pulling? Or am I the asshole for defending my husband after a prank went horribly wrong?
Second one.
The second one?
That's my vote.
I'm okay with whichever.
So we'll go with the second one. Okay, this is coming from Am I the Asshole 3 years ago. And it's, am I the asshole for defending my husband after a prank went horribly wrong?
Probably.
My husband, Jaden, 26, loves jokes.
Oh, absolutely.
Loves jokes and pranks.
His name starts with a J.
Good Lord. Just because his name starts with a J. Oh. My husband.
Intuition.
My husband, Jaden, 26, loves jokes and pranks and stuff. I'll admit I'm not one for them and find most of them dumb, but our daughter, Lucy, 5, loves them. They basically do a bunch of stupid pranks to each other, and to be fair, Jaden does keep it harmless. Last month, we got some realistic looking spider toys with other decorations. Since we got them, Jaden and Lucy have basically taken turns putting them around the house to scare each other or me. I honestly find it annoying, but the two of them love it. Lucy does usually get scared, but when she realizes what it is, she laughs and finds it funny or tells her dad off. It's actually adorable when she tells him off, though. And Jaden always pretends he is scared even when she gives it away beforehand by giggling and watching him. So about 2 weeks ago, So about 2 weeks ago, Jaden set it to fall on her when she opened her toy box in the playroom. Lucy didn't open it, and apparently he forgot. Later that week, we had a family over, including my brother Leon and my nieces, Tara, 3, and Zoe, 6, over. Zoe was badly bitten by a spider when she was younger, even had to go to the hospital. Since then, she is deathly afraid of them. I would go as far as to call it a phobia, which most likely it is. The kids went to play and the spiders fell on them. Zoe completely freaked out and just melted down. We came down and saw what happened. Jaden did apologize and try to cheer her up, But Leon was furious. He basically accused us of doing it on purpose, that we should know better, and just calling us assholes. We did apologize and explain that it wasn't meant for Zoe, but my brother did not listen to him at all. Leon left early with my sister in law and nieces, and the whole night was kind of ruined. I've tried to talk to him after, but Leon is still pretty pissed with us. It's been a week and he's still acting like we tried to murder Zoe. I've tried explaining again that it was an accident and mistake, but he basically thinks it's too convenient a mistake, and that if it is Jaden, is still an asshole for being so immature, and I'm an asshole for defending him. So now he basically refuses to see us unless Jaden is banned, which is ridiculous. I do feel bad that it went so wrong, and I understand that it was a horrible mistake, but it wasn't meant to happen. It was meant for it was meant to be for Lucy, who likes these stupid pranks. I think Leon's overreacting, and he thinks I just don't really care about my niece. Am I the asshole?
No.
No,
Nope.
definitely not.
At first,
Like,
I thought, but go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say off the title, like you said, at first you think, oh my god, this person like doing something really horrible and it went horribly wrong. Which I mean, it still
Right.
kind of did go wrong,
But
but the way this parent is
yeah,
taking it, they're taking it to a whole nother level that it doesn't even need to be brought to.
yeah,
Like,
they
I get that your child is like really scared of spiders and stuff. It could have been, what if it was a real spider? What if it did come out of nowhere?
right.
You're gonna blame them for that too?
Hmm.
Like,
Right.
it was a and for OP, good on you for defending your family, because
Mm-hmm.
some people wouldn't do that. Some people would be like, okay, I'll go talk to them or whatnot. You're not the asshole for defending them
No,
on that. However, not really, and however, um, I mean, I still would have them apologize if they haven't already. I think they did
yeah,
Sounds like they're
apologize.
trying to.
Yeah, like,
he apologized right away. Like the
yeah,
husband apologized and tried to cheer up the niece like right off the bat. Like he said, let's see, he basically accused of this. No. Where was it? Oh my god. Okay, ready. Zoe completely freaked out and just melted down. We came down and saw what happened. Jaden did apologize and try to cheer her up, but Leon was
yeah. So
fierce.
he did apologize.
So
Like, at
yeah,
least you apologized for it. Like, as far as like the people like before with the lack of accountability, they
hmm
took
Yeah.
accountability for what happened, and it should have ended at that. Like, it's literally like a prank that they have going on in their own household that like they had no control over, like, what happened. They didn't see it coming. I can understand him or her, the niece's parent, holding it against them if they did it on purpose or did it out of malicious intent,
Yeah.
but they didn't do it out of malicious intent. Like,
Right. It was an
it wasn't
accident.
that at all. Yeah, it was an accident. And accidents happen, and like I said, what if it was like a real spider incident? Then what would his standing on that be? Like, would he be like, "Oh, well, we're not coming back over because you can't keep, the bugs out of your house," or.
I'm curious if like it did they know that their niece had like a big phobia? Like I don't remember them really saying it. Like obviously she knows about it now, but I don't did she know about it beforehand? I'm curious. Um because like don't get me wrong, 100% not the asshole. Like the I get the kid's father being overly protective and everything. Like, I get that, especially if it was that big of a scare. Like, he's probably scared of them in a way too and everything because if it was a bad enough bite and everything, depending on what it was, which it kind of sounds like it was, they may a small child and everything with a particularly venomous spider bite, it could have been a scare for them too. It could have very, very well have been, like, "Hey, we almost lost our daughter" type of scare, who
yeah,
knows?
because
If
Yeah.
if Jaden and the OP knew ahead of time that she had a big spider phobia, which I feel like if it was that big of an incident, they may have, it probably would have behooved them to go through the house and remove all the little tidy things. Like,
Unless they
me,
forgot, because I
Which he
forget
did.
things
They
too.
said
Like,
that
yeah.
the dad did set it up, and she didn't go to the playpen to play with it.
right.
So he totally forgot. And the things that I guess if you have your own family, you're worried about your own stuff. You kind of do tend to forget little certain things like that with your nieces and nephews or whatever. It's like, but the things that the brother took it too far. Like
He is overreacting
he
100%.
overreacted. He has
Oh
every
yeah.
right to feel a certain way. Like, oh shit, my daughter's going through this. He's I'm not defending anything that he's doing over there, but I think it's more of the fact that he is like, fuck, I'm trying to protect my daughter. Y'all should have fucking known this or whatever. Sorry, buddy. The world doesn't just revolve around just y'all.
Right.
That's y'all's family. That's y'all's little bubble, whatever. And the things that OP and her husband and the daughter, that's their thing. And it was an accident. The dad, her husband, basically apologized right off the bat, took accountability for it, tried to make the like the niece happy. Like he saw like, oh shit, like I forgot all about this. Probably like you said, like since it was a big event because they did have to go to the hospital one time or whatever.
Yeah.
That he realized back in his head, oh fuck, she is like she's scared of spiders or whatever because she's traumatized by it now. And it's not like he didn't apologize or like say, oh, it's just a little joke or whatever. Or like don't take it too seriously.
You can definitely also, like, I get, especially in the moment and everything, because everybody, like, when things are happening in the moment, it's always a big deal. But him continuing to drag this out days or possibly weeks later is not only, again, it is, in my humble opinion, overreacting. What is this also kind of showing his kid? This is just reaffirming and, putting stock in her fear.
Yeah.
Like, he's making this huge deal about something. Kids take feelings and multiply them times 10. He's upset about this and like making a huge mountain out of this. So she obviously is going to be like, oh, this was a big deal. This was a big, scary thing. So now not only is probably her fear of spiders like gotten even worse and everything, now she's going to have trauma associated with their house.
Yeah.
Like, good luck
Hmm.
actually probably getting the kid
She's
back
not
in
gonna
the
want to go
house.
back. Yeah.
Exactly, because he is making this huge, big deal about it. Like, you know what? If you were upset in the moment, you wanted to separate yourself, it's okay to separate yourself from a situation that upsets you in that moment
Yeah.
because,
Instead of soothing her and calming
yes,
her down,
yes,
you're choosing
you're
the
hyping it
other.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're amping it up.
Yep.
You're putting all that energy into it and it's just making it worse. So 100%, like I said, and I always will tend to kind of try to play a devil's advocate to a degree. And so, like, kind of like I was saying earlier, is just like I said, they may not have remembered the spider thing and all, but I would also say that spiders are a decently common phobia,
Yeah.
especially with kids, enough that
Hmm.
I'm not like, I know he said he forgot about that particular prank, but when I say, like, if no, I'm going to be appropriate, never mind. If I know somebody's coming over to my house that isn't going to be okay with certain books or certain items that I might have laying around, I make sure to comb through the house, to comb through my room, and I hide them all. I make sure they're put up. And so that kind of would have been a situation where, hey, I know we've been pranking each other with these spiders for God knows how long. Maybe
Hmm.
just doing a general little sweep. Like, thinking back to maybe like some of the things and everything. Like, obviously, she never set off that trap, but like maybe just kind of going through and doing a general sweep of like, maybe we get all these spiders just put up. So maybe the kid doesn't bring them out and try to play with them.
Yeah.
You know, because she's obviously not scared of them. She thinks they're cool, which kudos on her and everything. And honestly, that's why I like pranks, is because I used to do pranks with my dad all the time. April Fools and Halloween was our shit. 100%. But in yay that, you know, the dad sticks to the kid and everything, because again, know your audience. The wife wasn't really in on it, but it makes the kid giggle. So
Yeah.
but that would have kind of been my devil's advocate moment, is like, hey, you know, you've got company coming, there's small kids, maybe do a general little sweep of putting up things that, you know, it's okay with your kid, it might not be okay with these kids. Maybe that would be my only kind of suggestion or complaint to kind of have done in that situation. But the brother is absolutely escalating this for no good
Oh yeah.
reason. It's okay to be scared, especially in the moment. Adrenaline and emotions run, like, okay. Separating yourselves, going home and everything, okay. I can accept all that. I can totally okay with that.
Days later.
The days later, and you're still hyping it up, you're still amping it up. I guarantee you he's probably talking shit in front of the kid about his shitty brother. It was the brother-in-law, but I don't it was
O is
the
OP's
OP was the
brother.
sister, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Shitty ass brother-in-law and everything. He's a bully, he's all this or whatever. So I know their daughter's hearing it, so I know she's scared now and everything, and is making this phobia 10 times worse, and B, now she's going to be scared of Uncle Jaden.
Yeah.
Now she's going to be scared to go to Uncle Jaden's and everything, for not good reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he did it to pick on the kids or bully. He felt super bad. He immediately apologized. There's that emotional intelligence shit I was telling you about. He immediately realized he fucked up and tried to fix it. And it's the dad, it's the brother or whatever that is escalating this for no good reason. When you've had time to cool down and you continue to go on and on about it,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, he doesn't have. I'm gonna get to this this comment too. It's not the asshole. Your husband and daughter do these silly little japs at it as a bonding thing, and really hiding a toy spider is so tame in comparison to what I expected when I saw prank in the title. It's unfortunate the niece happened upon it, but stuff like that happens, and her dad is definitely overreacting. He doesn't get to dictate your family dynamic, and he doesn't get to push such ultimatums on your family either. Because
That part.
at the end of that, she was saying like how her brother said they're not going to do anything with them unless her husband is not there.
And you don't have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
Right.
And definitely good on her for defending him, because you know how hard it is when it comes to family for the significant other to defend their significant other against their own family. Like, you hear it in Reddit stories all the time about how a husband's family doesn't like his wife, and so he's like, because he's siding with his family. Good on her. Good on OP.
Like, the audacity to sit there and you tell me my husband, who lives in my house, can't be there.
Yeah. The audacity.
Like, hello?
Yeah. The OP base responded back. I definitely agree. While it's dumb, they love it and it helps them have fun. I know Jaden really ramped it up with her during the lockdowns and it helped them. I do wish he hadn't forgot and we avoided this, but I agree Leon is being too much. So, I mean, there you go. Like, he literally forgot. It doesn't mean that he doesn't know that. It didn't mean that he overlooked her phobia or her trauma. It's just the fact that it was something with him and his daughter that was doing, and he forgot. It was an accidental forgetfulness. Like, you know. I got a little bug flying there. But yeah, I mean, not the asshole.
I twitch.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I twitch.
Let me see. Trying to find one more. Not the asshole. You've apologized and explained what happened. If he still wants to be mad, then leave him to it. OP responded, yeah, that's true, but I would rather him come around. I would like to have my nieces around, and my husband does love all the kids. Him being banned isn't great anyway. So
If the nieces want to come by, let the nieces come by. He can go stay somewhere else if he don't want to be there.
yeah,
If
but
his nieces aren't, too scared to do it now.
yeah, and I think
Right.
that
Honestly,
I don't think they are. They probably wouldn't even remember it. Like it'd probably be like one split second and then
well, the way that he's dragging it out,
mhm.
that's what I'm saying is like it could have been a big nothing deal. Like Uncle Jaden apologized, tried to make it better and everything, but the dad continues to drag out the issue, which is going to make it worse in the kids' eyes. It was kind of what I was like.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, like that's a very real fear of them being too scared to go over there because what if dad says something about, Uncle Jaden, throwing spiders on her again. So honestly, at this point, I'd drag other family into it. Drag mom and dad into it.
Yeah, talking about that,
Be like, hey, what do y'all think? Yeah.
on the last thing, I'll get to the last comment. Info: has your husband attempted a genuine, legitimate apology, like going out of his way to contact your brother's family and speak like adults and owning up to his fuck up? Because there are mistakes and there are fuck ups, like scaring a toddler who has a phobia. Or has he tried to have you bend it back into shape because he is your brother and he should just have some sense of humor? OP responded, Leon hasn't responded to him at all, so he hasn't been able to. He did properly apologize on the night, though mainly to Zoe, which should be directly towards her because she's the one with the trauma. He loves our nieces and is genuinely sorry for what happened. He's upset because he hurt her, and the prospect of not being allowed to see her is too much, I feel. So you can tell that he cared, and
Yeah.
he apologized directly to the person that mainly is dealing with that. You he apologized. He apologized to the most likely to the dad, to Leon as well. But that motherfucker just like, no, like you fucking hurt my daughter. Like what the fuck's wrong with you? Like you should have known better. Like that's how I saw it. I just saw it like
He
that.
does he doesn't want an apology. He wants to sit in his anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding on to it by choice. Like this is legit his choice to continue to hold on and drag this out. And I'm sorry, OP, but if that's the way he wants to be, and I get that you want him around, but
Yeah.
Yep.
until he decides to let it go, that's just how shit's gonna have to be.
I got a feeling that the her brother, OP's brother Leon, might be projecting this feeling because he probably has something to do with her getting bit by the spider.
Maybe.
And he
It's
felt,
always possible.
and so he felt bad about it, and his wife probably gave him shit about it or whatever. So the moment that that Jaden decided to, like Jaden, like that happened or whatever, he saw an opportunity and like, oh, like I'm gonna take all this fucking blame off of me. Not, not saying that he thought about that right away. It's just more like having the reaction like, oh, I got bitched at for this. You're gonna get it too, and make a big deal about it, like trying to save his fucking face because, like I said, he probably was supposed to watch his daughter, and she was probably playing around
Probably,
an
yeah.
area where that that had probably like a black widow or something like that around, and she got bit, and they had to rush her to the hospital because he wasn't being an attentive father. Like that's what I kind of see.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he's trying to deflect the blame on him to his brother-in-law, and I don't know. I just that's how I see
He
it.
could, yeah, I could see where it could be that he is deflecting because like how he does not want to just let it go,
Yeah,
especially after all the apologies and stuff. Like I get what you're saying. I see where you're coming from.
yeah. But yeah, that's all the updates that we got. So that happened 3 years ago. Don't give me that face. she's twitching a
What
little bit.
face? Oh, no update. No update.
No
No.
official update.
I was I
They-
was looking up that cup for Verby real
Yeah.
quick. See if I can find it.
But yeah, today's story was basically dealing with young, immature assholes, and one good story at the end where that everything that cultivated earlier where that nobody took accountability for, this man did. He felt bad for it, and it's just the brother-in-law is just a dumbass. Like he's
Yeah.
Yeah. WOP.
yep, WOP. So
Yeah, especially defending your husband.
yeah. So well,
Not many people do that.
I hope everybody learned their lesson. I hope the ones that doing all these
Do you
stupid
see how he's
pranks.
laying?
I've been watching him.
Yeah.
See
I
how
seen
he's
that in the
laying?
corner of my eye.
That's a crotch shot right there. He's on his back. He's on his back. That's his belly.
Oh my.
You classy broad.
Yeah. But I hope
He's my little
y'all
best friend.
enjoyed the stories. Like I said, be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe button. Look at the doggy. Thank you to Milk Coco.
I have a cat behind my head.
I have my dog, but she was on camera earlier. So, but thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Be sure to hit those follow buttons, subscribe buttons, like buttons, comment, do whatever. Links will be in the description for each one of our Twitch channels because we do stream on Twitch when we can. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining. Hope you all have a good one.
Thank you.
Peace out. Bye bye. See you on the next one.